When you feel like you're in a wave in the ocean and you start going into the bottom of the wave, and people will ask, how are you doing? And you say, oh, I'm okay. And you are relative to the position you're at, but you don't even know where you're at. You know that you're losing something and you have nausea and you throw up, and they give you some drugs for this nausea, but the drugs sometimes cause you to throw up too. And so, and then after about 2 days, I started losing my hair. I lost. Yeah, I combed my hair, and then they would start coming out, or then when I would shave, instead of cutting it, it would pull it out.
Oh my God.
And I ended up losing all of my hair except for one eyelash. One eyelash.
One eyelash.
It was a fight or two.
Mata aja yang tersisa.
One eyelash.
And then you're very shocked at that time.
Well, that's right. And then one time, one of the other side effects that was, it was a mosquito flying by, and I went like that. Oh, and then it hurt so bad. So I went to the doctor. Oh, you have peripheral neuropathy. One of the side effects of the chemotherapy is that it affects the nervous system. And I still have some of that left over. 10 years later, it still has some effect on me. And another side effect of it is that you lose your immunity because the chemotherapy attacks all of the fast-growing cells in your body. So first you lose, it attacks your taste buds, so you lose your taste. And then it attacks your hair because that's fast-growing. For men, it will attack your testicles because that's fast-growing. And it attacks your immune system. You have no immunity. And so you go to the doctors and they'll take blood, and you give more blood than you ever thought you would. And they find out and they test that, oh, you have no immunity. You cannot come into contact with anybody that has a cold because it will kill you. So you have to stay isolated from people, and you cannot have much to do for about a week and a half. And then sometimes they can give you some injections which will speed up the reproduction of the white blood cells, or the neutrophils, which is one specific type of cell that your body produces, which the chemotherapy will kill. And it helps, it speeds that up, but you still have to stay isolated till you regain your ability to fight a disease as simple as a cold, because a cold will develop into pneumonia. Pneumonia, you have no ability to fight that. So you have a fight on your hands, and your attitude is so important. Are you willing to fight? Are you willing to do the things that you have to do? And one of the things is keeping a sense of humor. Learning to laugh at yourself and your situation, not to get down too much, because if you look at the negative parts of it, you end up looking down and going down to where you look. So you can be positive, and you should be, but you are in a fight for your life. And I have gone 10 years past. Now, I'm not free of cancer. They made that very clear. I am living with cancer. And they have survival rates at the end of 5 years of treatment. You have so many people survive, but some people die. And sometimes the chemotherapy is so hard on you. One of the things, I have a very strong heart. But after chemotherapy, after my heart rate went down from 56 beats per minute resting up to 72 beats per minute resting. So it did damage to my heart. Yeah. But now I want to tell you that my heart rate resting is down to 58. So it's gained back its strength. And part of what happens with chemotherapy is that it's very corrosive to your circulatory system, to your veins and to your arteries. So if you get your in your vein, it can do damage to your veins very seriously. And these are all things that are part of the cost that you have to pay in the fight for your life. And so I want to encourage you, because I am now 10 years past where I was diagnosed. So I am a 10-year survivor of living with cancer. Even today, apparently I still have the cancer, but I have gained much of my weight back. I have gone through pancreatic resection surgery, which is interesting that because of my lymphoma, they were doing testing and they found a growth on my pancreas. So they told me that that growth on my pancreas would turn into cancer and that cancer would kill you. So the first cancer actually revealed the presence of something that would have become more life-threatening. I find it quite interesting how God leads. He is Jehovah Jireh. He is the God who provides. He provided salvation. And I believe that through faith in Jesus Christ, you are made right with God, that we are all sinners, that cancer is not necessarily a punishment for something that you have done. It's a part of the process of living. And just as we fight for life, taking a breath every 5 seconds, and eating food and drinking water so that we can sustain our life and promote health, fighting cancer is a different way. And so specifically pray for some of the people that will be watching this. I will not know who you are, but God will. Join with us. Dear Jesus, thank you for your watch and your care over our lives. You are the beginning and the end of life, and that life began with you. You are the one who formed us in the wombs of our mothers. That nothing that happens in life catches you by surprise. So I pray, Lord, that those who are tuning in, who are struggling with their own diagnosis or their own fears, that they would turn to you, the one who provides life, the one who sustains life, the one who carries you through all of the different difficult situations in life. I commit each one to you. I commit this time to you also, Lord, and I thank you that you are faithful, that you are the faithful one. We are the ones who are not. So we ask for your forgiveness, but we know that because of your love, you will not turn away anyone who turns to you. And so we ask you, Lord, to meet the needs of those who come to you. And we thank you for all of the things that you do, for all that you have done, and for all that you are going to do. In the name of Jesus, I pray. And for your honor and glory, Lord. Amen.
Jadi teman-teman, bagi teman-teman yang membutuhkan support, yang membutuhkan informasi lebih lanjut tentang kanker, setidak-banyaknya kami akan membantu. Caranya tinggal mengirimkan email ke yang di bawah sini ya. Dan nanti akan dibalas dengan papi saya ataupun saya. Jadi kita harus tetap semangat dalam hidup kita, dan percayalah Tuhan Yesus pasti akan membantu, karena Tuhan tidak akan mencobai umatnya melebihi dari kemampuan kita. Amin.
Tuhan Yesus memberkati.
Tuhan Yesus memberkati. Bye bye.
Bye bye.